Oh, let's clean this camera off. Man, I hope he brings me something to drink. What's going on, Rich? Man, I'm over here with my brother. We're putting a transmission in this Barracuda. Actually, I just finished up my part of it. I got my exhaust bolted up. I got the transmission in. Flywheel bolts, torque converters all done. He's got to put the starter on and bolt up the exhaust on his side. We're gonna put the drive shaft in it. We got to put some valve covers. He sold the valve covers off of it. He's got another set going on it. Been raining in Pennsylvania, huh? What's up, Leighton Weldon? Seen you went to the drag strip last night. Man, I hope he brings me a bottle of water. I am thirsty. It was pretty hot earlier, but it's cooled off a little bit now. Well, I thought I was going to have a lot more content on this transmission install, but 2 of my SD cards were full, and I thought I'd emptied them out last night. I got some content though. Clean this up the camera. I'll turn this around where I can see it. Yeah, Rich, this is a brand new shop. He just built it. It's not been here. It's not even been a year. As a matter of fact, he's still waiting on his garage doors to come in. It's a 30 by 50. He built it himself. He bought a building it's called building in a box. It came on a semi truck. They dropped it off. Everything was pre-cut. And he had a floor poured, and then he built the shop. Oh yeah, if it wasn't insulated, we couldn't be out here. The sun's been beating down on it today. If it didn't have this insulation in it, it would be extremely hot. But it's not been too bad actually. Let me see if I can flip this around. See how this looks. I may have lost it. Nope, there it is. This camera ain't that great. What's up, Destroyer? Got a little Barracuda action going on today. We just finished setting the transmission in this car. He's got a built 904 for this one. Right now. Hey, you need to get some bottles of water. Right? You got water? I got us on our live stream. We got Destroyer and just we got a drive shaft. Well, you got you're looking for that plate now, right? They don't have to have it. I mean, you just have to put it on later. They both in the transmission. He's trying to find the dust shield for it. What's going on, Russell? Outfits Garage is in the house. What's up, John Wilbur? Yeah, doing some Mopar work today. We just got this 904 bolted up in this Barracuda. Let me flip this camera around. I'll show y'all a little bit. Oh, there's another one there. So this one's got a 360 in it. He took the valve covers off of it. They had the, I think it had the Mopar Performance valve covers on it. And he's got a different set he's putting on here. But we did just put a built 904 in here with a small converter. I got my side done. I got all my bolts in it. Transmission mounts done. I got my exhaust bolted up on my side. I got the drive shaft getting ready to go in. He's got to hook up the, he's looking for the dust shield now. But he's got to put the starter on it and hook his exhaust up on his side and get the drive shaft put in it. Then we got to fill it full of fluid, and we're almost done with that part of it. It's been sitting out here in the yard for about a year because he's got so many other projects he's working on. But this is actually a 64 Barracuda that he bought because in the early 70s, my dad had a Barracuda exactly like this. He had a 64 Barracuda that was gold. The hood was painted black and it had a teardrop hood scoop on it. So inside this race car here, it's a neon, but it is a drag car, all XN. Let's see. This car right here is completely gutted out. We can pick it up and flip it over. It's got a roll cage and stuff in it, but there's a, oh, back there. Let's see it. There's a teardrop hood scoop. And that's going on the Barracuda. The 64 Barracuda. This one here's a 65. It's 65, right? Yeah. This one here's a 65. And this one's got a cool history. And I wish this was my car and that I was taking it to No Name Nationals. See how it's got the guy flared it out back in the 70s. So you can put some fat tires under it. This one's still got the 273 Commando. This is the car that he done the burnout in my videos. There is a video of this car doing a burnout this year. We pulled it in here this year and smoked the tires. It's got a good running 273 in it. But this is the one for today. How could you do that with a Dodge Neon? Well, this Neon, what did it used to race in? What? This Neon used to race in what? What class? It was in a racing division, wasn't it?
I don't know. It just had a mattress fire.
Yeah, I mean it's all super lightened up. He's got a turbo motor for it, but I don't know if he's gonna mess with that one since he's got these Barracudas he's been working on. Yeah, Mopar Michael is my brother. That is him. He does have a channel, but he's not really put any content on it yet. We're going to get some content from today put on his channel and my channel. He's got a lot of Mopar projects to work on. This is a not SRT4. It's an SRT4 clone. It is a turbo 2.4 liter, but it's an automatic transmission that he took out of a PT Cruiser. We'll walk out here to his other truck. This truck's sitting in the weeds. It shouldn't be in the weeds. It's getting ready. We're gonna pull it in the shop next. As soon as we get this transmission done in this Barracuda, we're gonna pull this truck in the shop so he can get to bed, start getting this one put back together. This is his 79 Little Red Express that he's had for 34 years. That was his high school truck. We put a many miles and a many gallons of gas through that truck growing up. It's got a really hot built 360 in it now that Mike Lau built up in Cape Girardeau. It's about a 450 horse motor. Really nice transmission with a cone converter. I think he's got 391 gears for it. Post a link to Mopar Michael's channel. Hey, Buck, let me make you a mod real quick. Add moderator. And who else do we got here? All right. Yeah, Buck, he's only got a couple of short videos just talking about how he was wanting to go to the No Name Nationals, but he's not going to have time to go this year. He don't have any subscribers really, so. PT Cruiser until the transmission went bad, wouldn't let the transmission shift. You know what? He had this same problem on. He's got a PT Cruiser here. He drag races. He's got a bunch of PT Cruisers, but this orange one here, actually, he's got a drag pack that goes on that one. It's gutted out completely, and it runs. It'll run 830s and an eighth mile, smoking a slick all the way, halfway down the track. So he's got a Phantom grip going to go in that to try to help it out. That PT Cruiser should run in the sevens in the eighth mile once he gets the Phantom grip put in the transmission. But it's a turbo 2.4, and it's got big injectors. E80, it's tuned on E85, and it runs really good. This car here runs low nines in the eighth mile. It's just it's a street car, just a daily driver type car. But the good stuff's in here. I think he's going to let me be thirsty. If he had a water hose, I'd drink out of it. If you had a water hose, I'd drink out of it. I'm dying of thirst. They told Robbie to put your link up for your channel, and he put the link up to his channel. All right, he's gonna get the link to Mopar Michael. Yeah, it's a new channel. He's never had a he's got a YouTube channel, but he did one for his Mopar content. There it is, that one right there. Should be his channel. Russell, you still on here? This shop here, he had it built. This has got the really thin bubble insulation. It's reflective on one side, but I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference in this shop, keeping the heat out. This shop is not. It's been, you know how we're in Arkansas, we're in Ravenden, and it's been super hot, but this shop is not extremely hot right now. And this stuff it's real thin. I mean, but it's reflective on one side, and it keeps the heat out really good. It came with the shop when he bought everything. When he built it. He's got a gallon of heat plate over here. I think he's got to hook his transmission linkage up too. Transmission linkage, starter, and the exhaust on his side. Except my side's done. And the dipstick's bolted in. Hey, what's going on, 25 or 30? Timeless Travel, what's up, girl? It's good to see you in here. Yeah, we'll get some content of cars on this channel. We'll get a little bit probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm pretty much waiting on him to bring me some bottled water right now. I'm so thirsty. What's up, Oli? That's a Barracuda, Oli. It's my brother's car. He's got a few of them. There's another one there. The gold one's a 64. This red one's a 65. Yeah, it's the early versions, you know. This one here is a Formula S car. It's got the tachometer on the dash, and this one here's got a really cool history on it. It came from Oklahoma. In the 70s, the guy that owned it, he used to drag race this car, so it's got some custom long tube headers that were built to the car back in the 70s. It's got 331 gears in it, and it's still got the 273 Commando. It's a really neat car. North Central Texas might get some rain. That'd be cool, I guess. We need some rain here too. This car's got some custom long tube headers that wrap around the steering box.
Got the original Commando back.
And the collectors are back at the back of the transmission. So I mean, they're extremely long tube headers. But this guy raced it back in the 70s. And he parked it in his second gear went out in the transmission, and he parked it in his garage in 1982 in Oklahoma City. So from 1982, it's set until, what year did you buy this? 19?
It was in the garage for 37 years.
It's set in the garage for 37 years. And anyway, he purchased it. The old guy passed away, and his ex-wife, which they were still legally married, but they'd been separated 10 years. Well, she inherited everything that he owned, so she sold everything. And my brother bought the car out of Oklahoma City and brought it home and got it running. And it sounds that 273 sounds great in this car. But it's the original motor, original transmission. Let's see. Let me open it up. It's not a bad looking car. It's solid. Like I said, it come out of Oklahoma City. It's got all these cool old school stickers on it. Those are the water slide stickers. Michigan International Raceway. Irish Hills. It's set for a long time, so yep, it's got the tachometer in the dash. And floor shifter. It's not a push button, it's a floor shifter. Somebody done a little interior work putting that diamond roll interior. Doors shut great on this car. Solid. It's probably my favorite one that he's got. Put this back on the stand. All right, Russell, we'll see you later, brother. Try to stay cool, man. Get this put back on the stand so I can drink my water. All right, Timeless. We'll see you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, Oli, it's a both of these cars are real solid. They are both real solid. Actually, they don't have any rust on them. This one, he bought it out of Oregon, but we think it may have come from California to Oregon because I don't know. Well, I don't know why he thinks that, but you can't hardly see it very well. But someone painted. You see them flames on top? They may pick it up. Yeah, I think it did. Someone painted flames on top of this car, that's pretty old school. I like that. This car, when he cleans it up, it looks all right. I mean, it needs a paint job, of course. I don't know if somebody put a quarter panel on it or if they just done the body work and primed it in. He put them slotted mags on there so it would match the slotted mags on his Little Red Express. I think he's got some over here. Yep, another set of slotted mags. Another slotted mag. And then his he's got so many freaking Mopar parts laying around. That's right, Buck. I told him he needs to get a little super clean on this car to clean some of that wax sap off the top of it. It'll make it look just right. Car has some pretty cool headers on it. Let's see if I can get this over here. This car has the tri-Y headers on it. See how they wrap around the steering shaft? That's a pretty tight fit there. But this car has manual steering. It don't have power steering on it. Which these cars were, you know, the light cars back in the day anyway. So this car, last time it was actually on the road was 2010. If it is terrible as your Dusters. Yeah. Luckily we didn't have to mess with these headers today. We just had to break the exhaust loose at the flange there. Slide the exhaust over and we got the transmission slide back in here. It wasn't too bad. I mean, he's got a transmission jack, so that really helps. Been able to tilt. Yeah, Oregon. That's he bought it off the internet, and they shipped it to him. There was nothing was supposed to be wrong with the car, but he got it here and it wouldn't shift out of first gear. It had no more gears in it. So I mean, it did run. I mean, it did drive. So he drove it, but it would not shift out of first gear. So he got the transmission built. Should be good to go now. Yeah, Leighton Weldon got that Dodge Aspen from Mopar Michael, which is my brother. He bought it in an auction, and I think all he wanted was the rims off the car, and he hooked Leighton Weldon up with it. Oh yeah, it's solid. I'll lay down here and show you underneath it. Show you underneath. Yeah, there's pretty solid right there. No rust there. Floors are solid. Still got the original floor pans in it. Now the front end has all been changed up. It's got disc brakes. Everything has been replaced as far as the steering, the tie rods, pitman arm, all that stuff looks like it's been replaced. It's got good exhaust on it. Said it's got disc brakes on it. Hey, there's a wasp nest. Luckily, no wasp on it today. New brake lines. Someone started doing a lot of work to it. They painted under the hood and firewall and all that. They painted it brown. So they was going to change it from gold to brown. It's not a bad looking brown, but yeah, it's not going to stay brown. It's going to go back gold. Going back gold because that's my dad's car was gold. And this is going to be kind of a tribute car to my dad because he had a gold Barracuda also. Yeah, I guess so, Oli. The Eastern Oregon, away from the salt.
All that shit got made, and I got another one somewhere else. This is what this does.
Hey, what's going on? 615 Customs. What's it like in Nashville? Nice and toasty? It's nice and toasty in Arkansas. It's not as bad today as it's been for the last couple of days. I'm about an hour and a half north of my house in Arkansas, so he got a pretty good rain yesterday. Badass 93 Stangs. What's up, brother? He got a little bit of rain yesterday, so it did drop the temperatures here about 15 degrees, which, I mean, we're in the garage or in the shop, and we got a floor fan going. It's working pretty good. I'm gonna let this live stream run. I'm gonna slide under here and get this torque converter put on. I'll check the comments here in a few minutes. 86 today, been raining. Well, that's a freaking relief, brother. We need some rain here too. I do at my house. My garden is thirsty. I've been adding water. Straps for this? Okay, well, I'm going to clean these holes out because they got nasty on them.
There should be a big one. Danny, we're gonna talk to you.
Plug on side.
I got check. I think my check includes the water.
Yeah.
I got taps in.
Okay, go ahead. Have to tap them holes in. Let me check these comments. I tell you what, I'd go for some rain right now here, Rich.
What?
They said it's raining up
The guy says raining in Asheville and it's raining up in Pennsylvania. So they go for some rain
Here right now.
not nothing serious, just a little bit. We'll get the tab set. I need a channel off some more of these things for you. Hold on. Yes, it's hard.
Oh, you're putting that link back on now, or you gotta take it off?
This got to work on here, so you can find it. Take it off from the stud and the start from the start.
Oh.
So we can get that.
Some of this stuff is a tight fit in that car. I can't remember who all sent. I think I sent some magnets out. I don't remember who all sent them out to. See, that header goes around underneath the steering box and joins up way back there. Like I said, the collector for the long tube headers here are at the tail shaft of the transmission. This car's got to have a new radiator.
Here goes a
Oh, cool, Ollie. I thought I sent you a magnet.
give me glass.
All right, so what I got to do under here now is yeah, they're down there. The car sat out in the grass for a while without the transmission and stuff in it, so
Should have screwed these back in there.
the bolt holes for the drive shaft straps, the bolt holes had dirt dauber nest in them, so I got to tap out those holes, clean them up, so the bolts will go back in, because it's got small bolts on the straps that will break. So I'm gonna crawl under here and tap those holes back out, clean them up. Yeah, we're
Mom here, she's helping with transmission one in the door. I should have told her, Mom, you gotta take, that right, gotta bring you down here. Been 50 years since you put a transmission on it, when you do it again. She might be on the line, she's down now. She's down now. here, this thing didn't have, well, dust shield bolts, but it didn't have one. Oh, I was at Danny's and I seen it, I grabbed one. I think it was in my stuff. I had another one, somebody else got me some. Flat and front end. No? See, get the bolt screw within it.
Let me read these comments here. What's up, Tim Windsor? What's going on, brother? Good talking to you last week. Here to watch Steven work. Steven is working. About to fall asleep sitting in that cardboard under that car. I'm not tired under this one. Man, Tim, we just put a transmission in this Barracuda. We got the transmission in. Right now he's tapping out the holes on the rear differential so I can get the straps on the drive shaft. We gotta get the, I think he got the dust shield on. We gotta get the starter on it and hook up the exhaust on the driver's side and hook up the shifter linkage, and it'll all be done underneath. You know how to adjust that? All right, we gotta adjust the kick down linkage. I don't know how to adjust it. I'm not a Mopar guy. Okay, circulating but not pumping. Oh, that ain't good, Tim. Tim, I shipped that thing out yesterday. You should get that vacuum early next week. Probably Tuesday, Wednesday. Just tell me if you like it or not. It should work out pretty good. It worked for me. New pump will be there Thursday. Well, by the time you get the new pump, Tim, the old pool will be green. Then you can start all over. That's the way that works, ain't it? A pool sounds fantastic right now. I'm sweating. Oh, it's dark green already? Oh, it ain't no problem then. Ain't no problem. At least it won't change colors on you if it's already green, dark green. It'll clean up though. I've turned a dark green pool clear. It just takes a couple days. Alright. I'll flush them out, get that clean. I gotta find a different wrench though. That wrench is too small. Those are 5/16. Those are 5/16. That 8 millimeter stuff. 8 millimeters the same. 8 millimeters the same.
You can't get the, I don't think you can get the ratchet on it. You try it, you might get ratchet on it. It should be a 5/16 ratchet.
He says tighten it up with this. I guess you don't want me to break it.
Flush it down. Oh, shit. I gotta go on top of that. I gotta make up with it. Got it on top of it. Brake line. Yep. Brake spring. Okay. Well, Leo, you in a bad spot. What? And, pipe, y'all's got to loosen up so the permit. That's when the thing weighs down. I wouldn't vote to a transmission. That's the direct transfer of heat straight to the transmission. Yeah, that's why I had this one over here. These are 10 millimeters. They've been upgraded to 10 millimeters. No, they're measured. They're standard. They're measured. They're three. Must be 3/8. I guess. Oh, you got 3/8 right here. Yep, you got 3/8 over here. Check his comments. See what they're talking about. All right, Oli, we'll see you later, brother. Thanks for stopping by. No, she won't be happy when she comes by. You got that pull ready to pop off. it was tight. Really, like, I'll put that other rear in here. That other rear.
Oh, it moves again.
Look, it's the house.
Oh,
And that one over. So look at this frame, look here. That's why I can go see you retire that. You go any thing on the frame, you got all that.
yeah.
Look this here, you do that.
You see the pink? It's way up. No, that's definitely. It's like that.
Dry shaft's done. Move it over here for me to see what he's up to.
You rigged up linkage, somebody down there.
He's playing with transmission linkages. Oh, it's kicked down. Yeah, Buck. I've been having to resub to quite a few channels lately. I know if you look at my lifetime subs on my channel, I've had 150 more subs than what it shows that I have now. I've had over 600, but 150 are not there anymore. Some of them may have left. Some of them YouTube may have just took them away from me because the person didn't comment or like or something like that. There's something cool on this car. Got a serpentine set up on it. Look at these custom radiator supports. Hey, that's a pretty genius idea there. I could do that on my truck. I got mine go from the top and just clamp right over. I built some for mine that clamp right over the top, and I've got rubber glued on the inside of my clamp so that it don't vibrate and don't rub metal to metal. Which I've got an aluminum intake on aluminum radiator on my truck also. On Candy Cane. Get this view back so we can get the front of the Barracuda. put on my, as my daughter says, Dad, that sure is a super clean hat you're wearing. I'm like, yes, it is, darling. It's the cleanest hat I have. It works, but it's leaking around around the positive, so that it keeps corroding. I'm gonna buy the same like this or whatever. So I'm gonna put old Candy Cane in the burnout competition, and I've got some really neat plans for it. So that old '64 Chevy, for the longest, when I got it, you know, when I got it in 1989, it was only what, 25 years old. Now it's 58 years old. So the wood in the bed is gone. It's done rotted out, and I've had a piece of plywood just laying back there for a lot of years now. So for the burnout competition, I'm not going to put wood back in the bed of my truck. I'm going to put expanded metal. That way, all the smoke comes straight up through the bed. And I'm going to put an electric fan in the bed that blows straight up too. So as I'm doing the burnout, all my smoke is going straight up. And then I'll put some red LED lights so that it glows, you know, the smoke glows red as it's coming out from under the middle of Candy Cane. And then I have another surprise that I'm putting together for the burnout competition. Should be good. Should be good for entertainment purposes. But I checked on some expanded metal. I want to get the expanded metal that's not flat. I want the ridged expanded metal. It's a little heavier. That way I can actually stand on it and not bend it. It's like, I don't know, about $100. It's $80 a sheet for regular expanded metal. So I guess the other stuff is probably going to be about $100, which that's fine. I'll do that for now. It's going to be different. I'm going to paint it so it don't rust.
Tighten these up all the way. I want to get them very quickly. One on transmission, so make sure it turns up. This is the rock.
So it's still got points in this car?
No.
Plus electronic. Where's your ignition box? Now see your resistor on the wall over there. Is it inside the car? This looks like a regulator. What time is it? 3:45. Yeah, Tim, I think it'll be pretty cool. I thought about it, and like I said, it's got a piece of plywood in the back that's really old. I need to take it out anyway. And instead of, I'm gonna put a wooden floor back in it with all new strips, stainless strips, good wooden floor and all that. But that'll be once I get ready to paint it, you know, before I give it to my grandson. But for now, for burnout purposes, I think an expanded metal floor in the back of Candy Cane will will be different. You know, normally all your smoke rolls out the sides from underneath the vehicle and comes up from the side, but what if I can get all the smoke to go out the sides and through the middle of the bed also? That'd be pretty cool. I know they're doing it's going to be a freestyle burnout deal. I'm not going to do all that slinging my truck around and crap. I don't want to tear my truck up, so I'm going to do a straight line burnout. It's got drum brakes on the back still. I do have the stuff to upgrade it to disc brakes, but I'm going to leave the drum brakes on there for now. And then I'll back off the brakes and then readjust them the next day before I do any drag racing. Should be fun. Right now, I'm just waiting on my brother. He's hooking up the starter. Once he gets that on, gets the shifter linkage, downshift linkage hooked up. Then we can get the exhaust bolted up. I have to loosen it up on this side, readjust it, tighten it back up. I think it's hanging down a little low. So we don't have a lot left underneath before we can let this thing down off of the stands. Start getting some fluid in it. What's up, Ari? Yeah, that's not the one we're working on today. This is the one we're working on today. We just got the transmission put in just a little bit ago. We're doing the finalizing all the process. We're hooking up the I think he's putting a starter on now, and the shifter link downshift linkage. We got the dry shaft in. Everything's tightened up. Got to do bolt the exhaust back up. No, they're not. Neither one of them's push button. Both of them have floor shifters in them. My dad had a 64 like this one that was push button back in the early 70s. So my brother bought this one because it was gold, and it's kind of going to be a tribute car to. They're going to paint it up just like my dad's car was. His car was gold, and the hood was black with a teardrop hood scoop on it. And across the hood scoop, it was painted. It said Barracuda on the hood scoop. My mom painted that for him back. That was like 71. So this car is going to be. It's going to look just like my dad's did back then. Yeah, I think the push buttons are really cool too. Let's see, this one here, this is a Formula S car. So it's got a center console with a floor shift. It's got the wrong steering wheel in it. I think he's got the factory steering wheel to go back in here. This one's got the tachometer on the dash. And it's got an 8-track player in it. Oops, let me straighten my phone back up. It's got an 8-track player in it. Got a little bit of diamond tuck in it. I don't know what year this stuff was redone. It had to be over 37 years ago because this car sat in a garage for 37 years before my brother purchased it out of Oklahoma City. Need a couple 8-tracks. I've got an 8-track player too, but I don't have any 8-tracks. I remember, growing up, of course, we had the old console player, and my mom never would let us listen to Red Fox. She had a Red Fox 8-track, and she never would let us listen to it. Well, one day when she was at work, I dug through there and found that Red Fox 8-track, and I played it. And oh my God, as a kid, Red Fox was he was an eye opener, man. It was hilarious and vulgar, and I loved it. I was a young kid, so would listen to Statler Brothers one day and Red Fox the next. And the Oak Ridge Boys. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, that would suck, dude. Lost all your 8-tracks. All of them. Yeah, I played electrician yesterday and worked on some grounding issues in my house. I found a couple neutrals that were loose in my breaker box. I took it all apart and checked all my connections, and I did find a couple of neutrals that were loose. And one of them wasn't even, they just stuck the wire in the hole and never tightened up the screw. The day before that, I played plumber. I had septic problems, so I had to work on that in 115 degree heat index weather. So I got that fixed all up, and it's been housework, working on the old crib. So I haven't even had a chance to put the water pump on candy cane. I've got it ready, and my brother asked if I'd come up and help him get this transmission put in today. So I was like, yep, sure will. So maybe tomorrow after work, I go back to work tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow when I get off work, if I'm not, I think I got to mow the yard tomorrow, so I'm supposed to mow it today, but I'm helping my brother instead, so I'll mow the yard tomorrow and may get the water pump put on candy cane. That's right, Tim. When you're a homeowner, you own it all. I told my wife, I said, sometimes I wish I was renting so that someone else could fix all the problems. But you got your pros and cons both ways. We can paint any room we want, any color we want, so that's part of it too. We don't have a landlord telling us what to do and what not to do. Something else to drink. Trying to stay hydrated. Drink the water and Gatorade. Trying to get a little bit of content so I can put a video together. I'm gonna get a video dropped on my brother's channel, Mopar Michael. That's his channel. I think there's a link up above somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Did I catch it? I think I caught it. All right, I think we're back. Let me know, Dizzy, if we're back. I hit the wrong. I was trying to get that link and I hit the wrong button. Yep, we're back. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's one of them. Look here, Dizzy. We got another one beside it. That's a 65 right here. That's a 65 Formula S. Let's see if we can get down here to this. I guess I'll take it off the tripod. So, yep, this one's a 65 Formula S with a 273 Commando. And this one's a 64 Barracuda with a 360. And we just put a built 904 transmission in this one with a small converter. This car he bought it out of Oregon. It's got disc brakes on it. This car here he bought out of Oklahoma and he upgraded it to disc brakes. Look, that one's got the big bolt pattern. This one don't have. This one got the small bolt pattern, don't it? They're both big bolt pattern. Okay. Hell, I don't know the difference. I'm not a Mopar guy. I like Mopars.
I put disc brakes on it.
Yeah, he put the disc brakes on the red car. This one he bought already had the disc brakes. Both of them have 8 3/4 rear ends. I know that the red car has 331 gears, and this one I believe has 323. But he's probably going to put 355 gears in this one because he's going to drive this one on the street a lot. Until he puts that other motor he has in here, the one that's in his Little Red Express, then he'll probably put 391s in it. It won't be real street friendly then. It'll be fun though. You got it hooked all up down there? Oh. Better sit nice and tight. He's almost ready to get these across back there. Yeah, I see that, Buck. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, he don't really have any content on his channel yet. We'll get this video today. We'll get it dropped on there in the next couple days. Then I'll try to get him to start making more videos of these other cars he's got and trucks. And he's got a big shop to work in. He built this last year. It's a 30 by 50. Oh yeah, he's got the Little Red Express, Buck. It's got a running engine in it, but he hasn't put it together yet. I'll walk back out here and show it to you. Yeah, that Little Red's not going anywhere. We got that truck. I think we got that truck in 1987 or 88. Drove it all through school. And after school, actually, he jumped a ditch one time and totaled it out. And he rebuilt the whole truck on a new frame. He just put the cab over on a new frame and everything else. And he fell asleep one night. But sadly, it's sitting here. New motor, new transmission. It's ready to go in the shop when we get the Barracuda out. The bed is sitting over here. It's totally rust-free truck. It's super solid. Yep. Still got all the stacks. It's got the exhaust. It's got a bunch of NOS parts for it. Some new dash. Seats were new years ago. It's really not been drove much since he had the seats redone in it. I think he's had a new windshield put in it and everything. So this one's going in the shop next, and we get this Barracuda out. We'll get this truck in. He's got to do a little bit of work, get the fuel pump going, and then work on the exhaust, and then get the bed put on it. Well, start doing some painting. Get the bed put on it. .360 Little Red Express motor. That's a good engine. It's a good engine, Dizzy. That's a 79 model there. Square headlight model. The 78 was round headlight. What's up, Leighton Weldon? I kind of hit the wrong button and lost my stream for a few minutes, but I was able to catch it before it went completely out. I don't know what he's doing. He's playing with something down there. What you playing with? What you trying to do? Hard part's over. We're just trying to tie it all in now. Transmission's in. Drive shaft's in. Transmission lines are bolted up. One side of the exhaust is bolted up. And you got the starter on it. Or it's working on that. I don't know if you guys have any of these seen these magnets for the GoPro. They come off Amazon. There's $21 for 2 magnets, but they're a 60-pound magnet, and they stick really well. You can stick them almost anywhere as long as it's metal, and they do great. They do great. Do what?
Look, it could be bent or something.
What's going on, No Parts Garage? Yeah, Dizzy, I'm not sure what that block that's in his truck now came out of, because he's had several 360s in that truck over the last 35 years. So this latest 360 he had built by Mike Lau at Lau Performance in Cape Girardeau. That 360 got ported J heads on it?
Huh?
Ported J heads on your motor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little red and all that.
What cam's in it?
So, you can,
Huh? Hughes?
yeah, it's like a 276 pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like 515, 535 in.
Yeah, so his Little Red's got a 360 in it with J heads, them ported J heads, and a Hughes cam, Y-scope pistons. What kind of rods?
340 floating rod.
Oh yeah, he's got 340 floating rods in it. Y-scope pistons. He built it for nitrous. Did he set your ring gap for nitrous too?
Yes.
You tell him you're running nitrous?
You know, we're going to move it, buddy.
Do what?
Roll over. Lay over, slam your wing. Roll it over my ball.
$60 over. Runs cool. Hank said this one's a 515, 530 lift. It sounds nasty, I know that. We'll get some content of the Little Red running soon. Like I said, once we get this car out of here, the Little Red's gonna come in here and get started on getting it back on the road. He's laying under the car. I don't know what he's doing. He's on a bone creeper, and I'm laying on cardboard. Yeah, Buck, I think a lot of people would like to see that Little Red build on the channel. I think that would get him quite a few subscribers. Many of these old Mopars do pretty good. If you hang out with the right people, I guess. I'm gonna set this back over here. I got to crawl in here and adjust this exhaust on the passenger side. I got it all bolted in. I got to loosen it up, and one of the muffler on this side is hanging a little bit low, so I'm gonna adjust that.
Got that ratchet on there still?
Yeah.
I got a ratchet right here. I just need that 11/16. Right there. That's touching it. I'm going further. I know I'm gonna take the saws off, I put the tabs off, I put a strap, I go to the shop and have a strap and weld it back. That way you're not transferring indirectly. Thermal heat through the transmission fan, heat up your transmission fluid. Want to wash the top?
What about these bolts up here?
Be good off.
They be cut off.
Grind off something.
Got to cut some bolts for the dust shield. Yeah, we're hurting for rain at my house too. I'm about an hour and a half north of my house right now. He got rain here yesterday. It rained for about 30 minutes, then it stopped, but we didn't get any at my house. And me and old Leighton Weldon, we're like 5 miles apart. We need some rain. Although, since we haven't had much rain, and even though they're flooding the rice fields, the mosquitoes hadn't been bad. I don't know if it's been why the mosquitoes they were horrible for a while, and then the last few days they haven't been as horrible. I guess maybe they thought it was too hot and they were looking for an air conditioner also. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna go out here and I got to cut these bolts down for the dust shield. They're too long, so I'm gonna cut half of the threads off of it so we can bolt that up.
Check this real quick.
All right, I'm back out here. Let's see. 904, Dizzy. 904. I think this converter is. I think he's putting a 26, 24, 26 converter in it, something like that. Something like that. What? Yeah. I mean, I'll get this one in there. It's fine for now. Shouldn't rattle too much. They gonna work? I looked over there and seen all them divots and cracks. Well, there's the ratchet. And I think that. All right. He's just hooking up the kickdown linkage. And hey, what's up, Perpetual Projects? He's hooking up the kickdown linkage, and he's got to put the exhaust pipe, put the 2 bolts in the exhaust pipe, and that part will be done. We may leave it up in the air for now. Get some transmission fluid in it. He's got to put some valve covers on it, charge a battery. I'll make sure that when he gets ready to fire this thing up that he makes a video of it. It does have it's got a brand new gas tank on it, new fuel lines, Like I said, all the brakes have been redone. The only thing that was wrong with the car when he bought it was it only had first gear. And when he purchased it out of Oregon, they told him that it was a running, driving, nothing wrong with the car, and they shipped it from Oregon to Arkansas. It got lost for a week somewhere, and then it finally arrived. And once it arrived, he drove it, and it only had reverse and first gear. So he pulled the 904 out, had it built, and we just got it put back in. He's had it built for a while. I haven't been able to make it up here to help him get it set in here, and he's been working on other stuff. But let me close the hood on this other car. Yeah, it got damaged in shipping, all right. The weirdest thing, he called them up, and they said, well, it was working fine when we loaded it on the trailer. Or on the hauler, because he paid one of those, shipping companies to ship it from Oregon to Arkansas. And it was working fine. It must have, I guess, between Oregon and Arkansas, going through the, through the mountains there, the Colorado Rockies or whatever, it lost second and third gear in the mountains. So maybe someone stole second and third gear off the trailer. This car here, Perpetual, is a 65 Formula S Barracuda with a 273 Commando. And has that got a 904 or 727?
904.
Oh, it's got a 904 in it also, yep. It's got a really cool history. It's probably my favorite one. The history on it's awesome. This one here's a 64. It's got a 360 in it. Yeah, the altitude probably will, if you don't adjust your transmission for high altitude, you may lose gears. That's probably what happened. They're saying that this car lost second and third gear when they traveled across, the mountains. The altitude probably lost second and third gear on it. That's the high altitude. Probably had to.
They had a reverse thing of outline.
Huh?
They had a reverse thing of outline on this one.
Yeah. That's it. When you bought it, it was finding what the car, you got it on that first gear reverse. They said, well, it got lost in shipping. Second and third gear got lost in shipping. I said, well, it went through the mountains.
Went to Texas. Look at
Oh, did it?
Houston, yeah.
Ah.
The guy delivered it.
Oh.
Well, I said, he got here a week later.
The plot thickens. So it went from Oregon to Houston, Texas, and from Houston, Texas, it came back to Arkansas. So it went to Houston for a week, and then when it got here, it lost second and third gear in between there. Maybe they were street racing in Houston. Burn it up.
It had water in it, so I don't know, maybe that's what it was.
Oh, the transmission had water in it when you got it? Well, that's because it's water cooled. So the water cools the transmission. Get on here and see what he's doing now. He's playing with exhaust bolts, and that's what I was playing with earlier. He's hooking up the exhaust to the headers. It's got tri-Y headers on it. Robbie said, hurry up, Michael, we want to burn out. I'm sure he's got something out here we can back up in here and do a burnout with. Get that old 2003 Dodge Ram in here and do a burnout. Them tires are cheap for it. Leo, what are you doing, buddy? You laying under here because the fan's blowing? That's my dad's dog. When he passed away, my brother adopted him, took him in.
About the fourth time.
So there's Mopar 72 videos on my channel, fellas. Took Western Missouri, 40 miles with St. Louis. It's Barracuda Wayne. Cuda power, baby. Bad Tree says Cuda power. Hope your shop has better AC than mine. It's not horrible today. This shop is insulated, and it does not have AC in it. It doesn't even have. It's a new shop, so we don't even have a electrical panel in here yet. So we've got extension cords run out here with a squirrel cage fan running on the floor, and it works really good, blowing right under the car. So it's got a nice cool breeze.
Got windows open.
Here you go, Bad Tree 360. Just put a brand new 904 in here. Well, a new built 904 with a small converter. It's only 105 today, Robbie says. Yeah, it was 113 heat index. Oh, and we got this one also. That's a 65 there. This gold one is a 64 battery. Oh, Blake. Oh, there's your race car, Blake. You seen this one on the other video. I don't know if I opened the doors on the other video, though. This one is super duper lightweight. All right, Buck. I'll see you on your live later. I'll probably be driving home while you're on your live, so I'll just pick it up on my drive home. I'm an hour and a half from my house, so I'll try to jump in there on my drive home. Oh, and the back here is teardrop hood scoop. I showed that earlier. That's for the Barracuda. That teardrop's going on this Barracuda. He's probably going to buy a fiberglass hood for that Barracuda there and put the teardrop on it, so you don't have to mess this hood up. I don't know what he's going to. I don't know if he's going to finish up this. He's had this neon for a long time. This one here. He does have a SRT4 set up for it and an automatic transmission. So I don't know. That's not on the burners anymore right now. Right now it's getting the Barracudas and the Little Red Express back on the road. That's the main thing. Your body's killing you. 100-degree temps, so chilling, man. I tell you what, I was only going to put a water pump on Candy Cane today and try to chill out because it has been hot. I've been playing electrician and plumber at the house, and Michael asked me if I'd come up and help him get this transmission put in because there we go, I'm back. He asked me to come help him put this transmission in because it's been sitting in the floor for a little bit. He had it built a while back, so I said, yeah, we'll get this thing done. That way we can get this car back on the road and get the Little Red Express in here so we can get the Little Red back on the road, trying to get it running. Hey, Blake, hear me out. So I'm going to put Candy Cane in the, hang on, let me raise this up. I'm going to put Candy Cane in the burnout competition.
Tell them I've been working in Mount Pleasant.
Oh, hey Blake, Michael said he's been working in Mount Pleasant, Iowa quite a bit. He'll be back up there pretty soon. But so I'm going to put Candy Cane in the burnout competition. And you know that 64 C10 originally it had a wooden bed in it, and it had a wooden bed for a long time. When I owned it, the wood was still, when I first got it, the wood was still great in it. But that's been 30 years, and now the wood's not so good anymore. So I've had a piece of plywood laying in the back for a long time, just screwed on top of the other wood. So I think I'm going to rip all the wood out, and I'm going to put a piece of expanded metal in the bed. I'm going to get the heavy expanded metal, put it in the bed, and then I'm going to put an electric fan under there that blows straight up. So when I'm doing my burnout, the smoke will come straight through the bottom of the bed, and that electric fan will just push it up in the air, and then I'll have some red neons in there to light it up because it's going to be at night. Just a thought. And I've got another pretty cool idea that I'm probably going to do for the burnout. But yeah, I thought expanded metal in the bed's going to be different. I checked on some prices on it this morning, so I'll go get a sheet. Yeah, I've got an extra Black Magic fan that won't fit on my truck, so I'm just going to probably mount it either under the expanded metal or on top of it, probably underneath it, and just have it blowing straight through the bottom of the bed. When I start doing the burnout, I'll just flip a switch, turn on the fan, and let the smoke roll. Oh, matter of fact, now that you say that, Blake, I do got to go out here before I leave and find a windshield washer bottle off of one of these other vehicles. I'll walk out here now. I bet these freaking wasps are horrible out here. So I'm going to find a washer bottle off of one of these, and I'm going to run squirters. I'm going to run some squirters to the back wheels also. Yep, and I'm going to squirt some bleach on it. I don't know if everybody in this live knows right now, but bleach is the slickest substance out there. If you don't believe me, put a little bleach on your fingers and rub it together. It is very slick. I think this is a Dodge truck I purchased to get some parts off of for my 95 Ram 4-wheel drive. I was going to check this and see how bad the wasps are under it. And it don't have a washer tank on it. Someone's already got it off of here. Crap. Hey, something's living up in there. I wonder if that diesel has one. I don't know about that one. Probably get one off one of those PT Cruisers. (2016) GT500 side body valances. Oh well. Oh, there's another Barracuda sitting up here. It's kind of was bought as a parts car, but it's actually really solid. It's actually a really good. Well, actually, it's not. It's not real solid. Like it needs like the quarter panel stuff done on it, and someone cut the top of the quarter panel out. But it's a solid car to make a drag car out of. How about that? Because you can cut the floor pans out, put some aluminum in there, and so this one eventually in the future may have a chance at becoming a drag car. Okay, it's turbo stuff, just not the turbo, and some crate. Okay, still have a factory 2.4 crate motor from MA Mopar. Oh, forecasting tons of turbo stuff. He's got it now. He's got some Crane 18s, Mopar ECU, and tons of neon stuff. So he has a 2.4 SRT setup, and he's got some Crane cams. I think he's got some Crane 12s. What else has he got? I know he's going to run an automatic transmission because he's already talked to someone about doing a converter if he done that on that red car. And he's got the whole turbo set up. He's got a Diablo tuner for the 2.4 that he uses on this PT Cruiser. This has got 1000cc injectors. It's got really big injectors running E85 on this with a tuner. Yeah, Ram 1500. I was looking for a washer tank on that Ram, but somebody already got it off. I'm pretty sure there's one on this PT Cruiser here, and he's scrapping this one out. He just pulled the turbo motor out of this. And let's look and see. There's an overflow. Where in the heck would the washer tank be on this thing? Would it be in the fender? I don't see one on here. Not a big deal. I can get a washer tank. I can get a washer tank from somewhere. Yeah, I plan on doing some bleach squirters. You have one? Yep, I'm gonna run some hard pipes to my rear fenders, inner fenders on the bed of the truck, and just flatten out some hard pipe, some steel pipe or brake line or something, and make it where to squirt. But yeah, so Candy Cane's gonna be in the burnout competition. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it, Blake, but Destroyer decided he's going to sponsor it, and I wasn't gonna tear my truck up. But you know what? There's gonna be a lot of people filming or videoing the burnout competition. And so if I can do some special things to Candy Cane and make it stand out, even if I don't win the burnout competition, if I can just do a great burnout and make it stand out, then maybe, you know, I'll get some exposure to Candy Cane on that. I don't know what he's doing now. You adjusting that again? Yeah, I thought the bottom was getting close to bottoming out. You got the other side done? Whew, almost done now. You just tighten up the last exhaust bolt, and we'll be done with that. So any of y'all think the fuel prices will drop before September 30th? They've dropped a little bit around here. I did buy some regular unleaded for 387. I got some for 387 is the cheapest I've been able to get it. I did pay 419 for some on the way here. Luckily for me, the old Mustang Grim is not tuned or anything. It's still bone stock, so I can run 87 octane, and it runs great. I've not tuned it. Only thing it's got is some subframe connectors. Vertical links have been changed out, and drop-in K&N filter, but I've not tuned it, which is good because I can run 87 octane, and it still runs great. I mean, it's bone stock. It can run runs 820s an eighth mile, and I've not done anything to it, but I put a tire on there that would hook up, and I do plan on doing some stuff to the car. I'm gonna put an X pipe on it, and I'll probably tune it. I've only had the car since January. I got it new, and I've put 15,000 miles on it since January. I drive it back and forth to work. It is my work car. And the lifetime average over 15,000 miles, the lifetime fuel economy average is 22.3 miles per gallon for 15,000 miles. That includes several trips to the drag strip, 150 mile an hour pulls, bunch of eighth mile and quarter mile pulls, everything. And it's still averaged for 15,000 miles because I've never reset the mileage calculator, and it's at 22.3 miles per gallon. Yeah. I'm sure some price gouging's going on. It's not just.
Did you see Rose Silver was cheaper than that?
Yeah, I did see that.
It's crazy because they're usually higher.
Well, you know what? Paragould was the cheapest though.
That's what I'm saying. Rose Silver's
The Osceola did finally come to that, but it was Paragould at first. Yeah, I'm sure that OPEC and that these companies are gouging the shit out of us on price of the fuel. Just because they can get away with it right now, because inflation's so high, they can just blame it on inflation. I mean, it's all going to crash back down. You just don't know when. It's a vicious cycle. How many times have we been through this? Any of you guys that's over 40 have been through this cycle several times. You know what we've been through. Yeah, Dizzy, I seen that the barrel prices, they did drop below 100, and I think they went back to 100 yesterday, or Friday, but they did drop below 100, which is crazy. It should still be around $65, in my opinion. But I'm no economist. I'm no real guy. Blake, I don't know if you're still on there or not. These magnets, you get these magnets off of Amazon. They're $21 for two of these. They're 60-pound magnets, and they got a 1/4-inch thread on them, and they stick to anything metal, and they stick really good. Like, I think they pull dents out of cars. I know I mounted one to the top of the Mustang and made an 1/8 mile pull, and the camera never moved. The magnets are great. And there's Mopar Michael washing his hands because he acts like he's been working on a Barracuda today. Been using one for the last 3 months. Yeah, those magnets are cool. Wasted Talent Fabrications had some of these magnets down at the LS Volvo build. And so I sent him a message wanting to know where he got them, so he sent me the link. And I'm telling you, those magnets are great. Way better than a suction cup. If you're not afraid to use a magnet, the magnet to me is better than a suction cup, because I have had suction cups come off before. But this magnet, I'm telling you, even in this crease, it sticks good. But on a flat surface, I think it will pull a dent out of a car. Pretty much got to flex it. You got to bend it one way, because it looks like it's got, I don't know, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 magnets in it, in this one big piece. So they work great. Yeah, that's true. Well, guys, I have been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I know Buck's gone live, so I'm going to get off here and let him do his live. You couldn't do that on a 90 Saturn, though. No, I've had a couple of those. I had one a couple years ago. I had a SE2. Yep, you're talking all plastics there, bud. Yeah, this rubber is pretty good, Dizzy. I stuck it on my car. I cleaned it off and stuck it on my car, and it doesn't scratch. It's pretty thick rubber. I don't think it's going to scratch. But I'm going to get off this live, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. We'll get some more content on these Mopars at my brother's house. His channel is Mopar Michael. He got some subscribers, picked up some subscribers today. He really don't have much content on his channel, but we're trying to fix that. He's got the vehicles for doing content. We just got to get content put on the channel. So we will see you on the next live. We'll have some videos coming out real soon. I'll put a video up today, probably put a small video on my channel, and then we'll put a video up on his channel to start getting his content rolling in. But thanks for dropping in. I appreciate the thumbs up. And anybody in here, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe if you enjoy what you see today. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.